laments, that's the boss in charge of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission. He lamented what he described as poor remuneration of public, political and judicial office holders. And he went further to say this has exposed, these office holders to corrupt tendencies. All right, so it's encouraging corruption. And he said that if they can have a better or well packaged salary, then they would not be given into corrupt tendencies. And that's what we're going to be asking. Do you think this is a valid call? Because you have pensioners calling that, this is unfair and insensitive, because for the past 10 years they've not gotten their pension. All right, and how exactly are we going to fund this upward review? These are the questions that we're going to be asking. And we're also going to be looking at former President Goodluck Jonathan's statement asking for constitutional roles for deputy governors and vice presidents. All right, and he even went further to say that aside from presidential and governorship candidates having their primaries, all right, he is advocating that, vice presidents, if you're aspiring to be a vice president or you're aspiring to be a deputy governor, you should also pick up a form and, they should hold separate primaries for these, set of people, so that, it will eliminate controversies that often, trail the choice of deputy governors or vice presidents or whatnot, as we have seen in recent times. And, case in point, or your state, Fuad, did Sheyi Makinde, was he the one who selected his deputy governor?
Yes, he was.
He was. So one would now begin to wonder what may have, caused the friction that happened between the both of them, where, the deputy governor was then now removed. All right, and then moved to, I think he was made commissioner for something or minister.
Whatever former President Goodluck Jonathan is suggesting is going to make these matters worse.
Okay.
Because what he's saying basically is that, as political parties hold primaries for presidents and governors, so the arrangement we have now is that, look, when you now pick the ticket of the party as a presidential candidate or a governorship candidate, you have the chance now, to nominate your running mate. Not just like Atiku nominated Okowa, even though people were suggested to him, just as Tinubu nominated Shetima, even though other people were suggested to him. So what this is saying, what the suggestion by Goodluck Jonathan is that, look, as they are holding primaries for presidents and governors, they should also hold separate primaries for vice presidents and then deputy governors. So what it means is that the president does not even have control over who becomes his running mate.
Who works with him. And
what the party elect that you now work with.
And if we run, with this particular one, all right, if we run with that particular core, remember that there are some states where deputy governors, everything they do depends on the governor. Even, that it's so bad that if a governor is out of the state or out of the country, and there are pressing issues that needs to be attended to, the deputy governor still needs to call the governor and ask him for permission.
That's why I said that it is about processes and the nature of the Nigerian.
Okay.
Look, as we speak, even though these deputies and vice presidents are nominated, the constitution is clear about their roles. When the president is not available or the governor is not available, the constitution is clear about their roles and what they are supposed to do, how they are even supposed to be handed over to.
That's another thing that I wanted to also talk about, because if you look at it from the national level now, that in times past where we were asking questions, who did the president hand over to?
That's why I said that we are not just a process-driven people. In the United States, you will not have them talk about this kind of thing. They obey, they follow the rule of law. The constitution is very clear and they abide by it. It's just that we are not process-driven people. And the fact that we are not process-driven means that if we go the line of the Jonathan, we are going to model things off more. And that's just my own honest opinion. Because the arrangement we have now makes a whole lot of sense. If really we can still do the process and abide by the constitution. It's just that as a people, we find it difficult to do the right thing. Even though we borrow the right thing, we see how it's done in other places, we just find it difficult to do the right thing here. It's just in Nigeria and us, and it's unfortunate.
All right. As it is now, that is his call. That's what Jonathan is calling for. Let's hear from the listener if he also agrees with that call. All right.
Then for the man that is saying that people should be paid more, and that's the why they're not steal. People who steal are just people.
For what? People who are corrupt. Yes.
Okay, people, so that's what will not be people corrupt. What I'm saying is that the corruption is not. Look, you can, even if you pay somebody the whole world, a corrupt person is a corrupt person. People that I don't know why this still is coming to my mouth. No, okay, it is an allegation. The case is still in court. Are you telling me that the accountant general is not well paid?
AGF
is not well remunerated?
Yeah.
And yet he still has a allegation of stealing over 100 and something billion. Are you telling me that governors who were usually convicted and released were not well remunerated for them to still have stolen the state funds? So it's about greed of the people. And this is the time that the revenue man should be talking about even cutting down, telling people to sacrifice more for the people.
Okay, yeah, but what about judicial office holders?
Look, what I would rather look into is judicial autonomy. That's number one. And then, of course, I agree that we need to look at the nature of a judicial officer. Okay. I agree on that. Yes, I agree on that. But we can't talk about how well they are paid without even looking at the independence of the judiciary, which is even more of an important issue at this time than remuneration for me.
Okay. Well, let's not forget that there's a whole lot that is involved with remuneration of a particular political figure, because it's supposed to include allowances, accommodation, furniture, duty tour, ESTA code, medicals, severance, gratuity, motor vehicle, and then you also have the annual one that's supposed to encompass special assistant. There's hold on. Payments of special assistant, personal assistant, domestic staff, entertainment, utility, security, monitoring, and newspapers. So apparently,
they can't buy that themselves. Newspapers. This is the time that the revenue man. If look, I'm surprised that the same revenue man that should know that we have deficit in our budget, that we have revenue shortfall, that should be talking about cutting down the cost of governance, that should be talking about sacrifices from these public officials, that should even be suggesting tendency for part-time legislature, where people just come and we pay them for the number of time they sit, rather than just paying them whether they sit or not. That is talking about increasing their remuneration, and that if they increase their remuneration, it will stop them from going corrupt. I'm surprised that the same revenue man that should know that we're in a very bad place in terms of revenue generation that is suggesting this. And then I'm looking at the logic, the sense in the fact that it's when they are well paid that they will not be corrupt. I don't even know where that one is coming from. If you really understand what has made people corrupt in Nigeria.
Okay. It's just unfortunate that the judicial office holders were also packed with these people, because
it's just a way of packing everything together to confuse us. Let us separate everything.
Because if we were going to look deep into the judicial office holders, I mean, they do deserve an upward review. But let us not. Well, let's break it down now to public and political. All right. So yes, let's break it down now to public and political, starting with the president, the governor, and the National Assembly, workers, or National Assembly people, members of the House. Let me put it that way, members of the House. All right. So those are the two focal points for this morning on Mainland Focus. You see, the line is really buzzing, and people have a lot to say. The first one, of course, is the planned upward salary review for the president, governors, and members of the House. Yes, and members of the House. Okay, that's what we're looking at now. And they're saying that the reason for this is, one, the last time it was done was 2008, so it's overdue for us to actually do a review. And it has to be upward. And also the fact that doing this, because they are poorly paid, that is why they give in to corrupt tendencies. All right. So what are your thoughts as regards that? Do you think that if they are paid properly, then we can have more accountability as regards our funds in the country? All right. And then we also move to the second one, which is former President Goodluck Jonathan canvassing and advocating for separate primaries, at party level for vice presidents and deputy governors. So if I'm aspiring to be vice president and Fuad has already won presidential ticket and I'm aspiring to be vice president, I should also pick up a form and contest. Yes. So whether Fuad likes me or not, if I win, we will have to work together. We have to work together.
Voila.
So that's what he's advocating for. So those are the two focal points that we're looking. Do you think that we should give more constitutional roles to our deputy governors and vice presidents? And do you think they should also have their own separate primaries? Those are the two focal points that we're going to be looking at this morning. 091 36 410 091 36 410. You have just 2 minutes, and let's keep it clean. Once it's 2 minutes, we start to encourage you to wrap things up. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Mr. Fuad, good morning. Fitzy, Sandra, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pastor.
I disagree with, while I disagree with the proposal from the former president, I also disagree with the reasoning adduced by Mr. Fuad that there's a non-constitutional provision.
Hello?
No, not at all.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Please come again. We lost you for a few seconds.
I was saying that the reasoning adduced by Mr. Fuad for disagreeing with the advice of by former president is not that. Yes, it's not that there's enough provision for the functions of the vice president and the deputy. No, it's not. We need to make provisions for them. But I don't also agree with the proposal by Mr. former president because it's going to duplicate the process. We are still going to have more funds. We are already complaining for somebody like me. Why do we have to do the 4 years ritual of conducting an election? We are wasting a lot of money. So if you are going to go by what the former president is suggesting, it means we are going to create another spending spree, another opportunity for spending, and there will be a lot of noise. So it's on that ground that I feel that the former president, their idea is not put above. Whether we have enough provision to the rule of the vice president constitution, not at all. The only thing we have is that the vice president is at the beck and call of the president. Even the issue of handing over to him is not going to be around. It's at the discretion of Mr. President. During was it Yaradua or somebody? Yes, Yaradua. So there's a lot of politics in it. So I don't agree with the suggestion by Mr. Former President on the ground that it's just going to create more process. It's going to create another spending spree, and we don't need it. And besides, what's the assurance that whoever now emerge from that election will be able to work peacefully with the presidential candidate? So that is on the second. On the first issue,
thank you very much, Barrister.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. You can send a text message for the rest of the story. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Sister Sandra. How are you?
Yes, good morning. I'm
Pastor Kiba from Korele Gomo.
Okay.
Please, can I speak about the pension something?
We're not talking about pension.
But you said that you read it in your newspaper now. It's part of your newspaper now.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, Mr. Sawa, thank you very much. God bless you. I just want to bless patriotic Nigerians, who the kind Nigerians, the good Nigerians. Okay, I'm a retired soldier. I served 10 years in Nigerian Army, and due to sickness, I voluntarily retired. And we thank the Almighty God when Yaradua, our President Yaradua, was alive. He said all those that serve 10 years and above should register that Nigerian pension, shall register them as pensioners. And we thank the Almighty God when Buhari came on board again, 2016, he still said the same thing, that we should be registered as pensioners. And we registered as pensioners today. Even if they send us to open accounts with any bank that we like, till today, almost about 80 years, nothing has been said to us. And we are the senior citizen of this nation, Nigeria, that all the civil war. As I'm talking to you, I have a passion too. It's only God. Godly people that have been taking care of me. And the others who have been, many of our people are on sick bed, many are blind, many are on stroke. Nothing. They are telling us they voluntary discharge. Okay, we are voluntary discharge. You need to know there's no intelligence in Nigerian army will say that these people are voluntary discharge. And godly man, like Yaradua, said they should include these people in central peace today. Even when he was campaigning Buhari, 2015, he still said it. I went to Abuja to go and register, and I stayed there for almost a week. And the people were given to us. Today, nothing is being paid to us. When I left the Nigerian army, they paid me 1,200.
That number and follow up with him on this issue.
So please, we need patriotic Nigerians, good Nigerians, to help us so that we will not die. And
do we check his number and follow up with him on it? What do you think?
We have not to President Yaradua and the other people that matter. No, nothing. And we want to pay politicians that serve 4 years pension and give them what to give them houses, give them everything. But we that serve 10 years and above in Nigerian army, senior citizen of this nation, Nigeria, that fought the people war to keep Nigeria one. Nothing was done to us till today. Please, we need Nigeria to take care of us.
All right. Thank you very much. Just as Fuad has mentioned, we'll see what we can do on the back end as regards that particular issue. Yes. All right. It's been noted. All right. And we'll work back end as regards that. All right. So let me recap the focal points for this morning. We're looking at two different stories. The first one is the salary review, upward salary review for the president, governors, members of the House of Assembly, public holders, public service holders, and political holders. Those are the people that they're looking at. And they said the reason they're given is that the last time there was a review was 2008. All right, and that because of the poor payment structure, that's why some of these people are giving in to corrupt tendencies. All right, and we're asking the question: do you think it justifies this particular requests that they are making now to have an upward review? And that's Mr. Otiba had to call in because we have pensioners who have not been paid for the past 10 years and have worked for 35 years, and the pension union is also actually kicking against this particular review that they are working on.
Very, very painful, Sandra. Very, very painful.
And insensitive. All right, and they also have the request or the canvassing of the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, saying that we need to give more constitutional rules to the deputy governors and the vice presidents. And he also said that vice presidents and running mates generally should have their own primaries, separate and independent of principals. All right, and those are the focal points for this morning. That's the conversation. So 091-3600-410. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra. This will be calling from Ikeja.
All right.
Good morning, Mr.
For President Goodluck, what he said is good, but the issue of having a separate election is not good. They should get a role for them, for them to be busy and so that they will not be, having problems with their principles. And for those of people saying that because of this year, what they call them, so they are people are into corruption. It's a lie. The Queen's mother that speaks, is the lack of money that mother has that speaks. It's in the blood. It's pathological. When something is pathological, there's nothing you can do about it. That's my.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Obi. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, how are you, Sandra?
Good morning, Barrister Oko.
Yeah, I'm flagged by food. Good morning, sir. Yeah, God bless all of you. I hope Sandra has enough security since all of you abandoned her.
More than enough.
It's fine. Yes. Because security is of the essence nowadays. Well, on this issue of revenue mobilization and maybe choice of vice presidential candidates, you see, I think the issue of revenue, the Revenue Mobilization Agency has to convince Nigerians why what they are recommending to be approved. Because the Revenue Mobilization Commission has no power just on its own because they are in charge of revenue. So start recommending approval of salary scale for top civil servants and politicians. What of the junior ones who are suffering more from the meager salary they are being paid, like minimum wage of 30,000? They cannot even buy a bag of rice. So my suggestion, both this revenue increase for certain classes of people, whether judiciary or top civil servants or the president, has to be approved by Nigerians. That is what democracy is all about. You know, if Nigerians feel that the civil servants, the governors and all that deserve salary increase, they should put it on the ballot. Why that we are voting for the president or for candidates, it should be an issue there. That is the way it is done in America. The Revenue Agency cannot on its own choose to increase certain people's salary. No, it should be on the ballot paper. You can't take choice of governors. What Jonathan is recommending is okay, but let Nigerians decide. Because you will find out that by the time you do it now, there will be more tension than before. Yes. God bless all of you.
Amen. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. How are you doing, sir? Thank you very much. You see, what that man is talking about, the revenue and mobilization man, is the voice of Jacob and the hand of Esau. I don't know what I'm right.
Who is Jacob?
It is the government, it's those people that are telling him to do that. It's them that are telling it, and this is official meeting. That's what I will tell you. It's official meeting. Okay, now, these people are calling all these presidents, and they don't go to the market. When that is the Irish ones go to the market to buy rice. They don't go to the market. The government, Nigeria keeps all of them. They don't go to the market. They don't even feel the impact of the inflation. And they are telling me that they want to pay. And you know, so the fact that this thing is happening in this particular regime, that this particular person was associated with the starter life. He doesn't like all these things. So I would have expected the president to say, no, you see, we don't have money. There's no debt. So let's not increase it. But he's quiet. So next time, when somebody comes and tells you, oh, I am anti-corruption, go for me, you better be careful. Good morning.
All right, so thank you very much, Mr. Kambilina. 09136000410. That's the number for you to call, or you can send a text message or a WhatsApp message. All right, let's see some messages that we have, and we'll quickly run through them, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we have here. Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. This is my fifth time. Who introduced? Okay, this is my fifth time of asking this question. Who introduced ex-governor's pension scheme? What?
Well, I know that
we get back on that.
I will get back to that. I know. I think that people have said that. I think it started from Lagos State. But I need to really check that fact.
All right.
Again, the issue of pension for government is now in almost all the states. But I need to read it.
Exactly. All right, 63 billion naira severance package at a time like this, where a bag of rice is sold for 40,000 naira. This president has done very well. Remember Leah in your prayers. And that's Moses Ebong from Satellite Town. All right, we also have here, good morning, 98.3 FM. Let me start by thanking you guys. Look, concerning the jumbo pay for political office holders, it's very baffling and sad. It's undescribable how these politicians are making politics look like a profession now and not service to humanity. This is legit stealing, and leadership is supposed to be a dealership in hope. Leadership is supposed to be a dealership in hope. That's interesting. And not dragging the masses into more frustrations, penury, and hopelessness. The last time I checked, Kuwait is a country about the size of Lagos, and they have about 32 working refineries. That's interesting. Kuwait has 32 working refineries.
Of course, it's of different sizes and different capacity. Modular size. Yeah, that's the way it's done.
That's Dr. Coco from Amuro with that message there. We also have good morning, Mainland FM, good people. Jumbo pay for Buhari and others just being selfish. Nigerians are hungry and they want to be sharing 63 billion amongst themselves. Please tell the president to open the borders and allow Nigerians to import their food items. And this is Chris Ojubeli from Ikeja. Okay? It's okay. We also have good morning. I think we need to give vice president and deputies more roles, but not holding elections for them. At least somebody won't say their hands are tied. So, newspaper allowance is more than 33,000 naira that they pay civil servants, and they want to increase it. Wow. Cost of governance is waste, and waste are the major problems in this country. And that's Meruchelu from Ogudu. So I think basically most people are just going with the fact that yes, they may need more constitutional rules, but holding elections for them. Yes, I think that's where we are tilting towards here. We also have good morning, Sanford Fohan. I disagree with former President Jonathan. It's called deputy. That is to act on behalf of. Whenever the principal assigns duties to the deputy, having a different primary and constitutional duty will bring conflict between the principal and the subordinate. Why should there be an upward review in salaries and benefits in kind for the public office holders during this dwindling revenue era? Have they increased Nigerian reserve to deserve increase in their payments? May God help us. And that's Chief Ba from Surulere. All right. So you see, do you think it should be performance based for what?
Yes. Now it's not like you're in an organization and you're demanding for increase in pay. You should ask: is there an increase in the bottom line? Is the company making more money? It's as simple as that. So if Nigeria isn't making money at this time, if you're in debt to a tune of over $40 billion external debt, so where is the money going to come from? That are going to pay them
to fund the increase.
They should even function. Hello?
Oh.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Oladimini calling from First Park.
Okay. Sorry, please hold. Okay, yes.
Sorry, we need to, what that man is saying, I don't think is right. Because
which man? Which man?
This is a revenue man, I don't know. You need to see the way these people, you need to see the way they are living. Because I have opportunity to enter Aso one day. If you see the way these people, they are living as if they are God, only the money they are giving to them, they don't even spend it. Why would you say they should increase their money again? For what? What about other civil servants? Working for somebody who worked for 35 years, paying them how much? It's very bad. They should think about God. All the things that they are doing is not good. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Oladimiji. 091-3600-410. That's the number to call. Let's hear your thoughts and contributions. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Uncle Tony from Sango.
Uncle Tony from Sango.
Yeah, good morning, Fred. Yeah, good morning, Uncle Tony. Yeah, I want to suggest that this country, we should practice, parliamentary
presidential.
Not presidential, because when you look at UK now, for that in the space of 2 years, and they have changed about 4 prime ministers. In that election.
I don't think that's had anything to do with the system of government.
Our system is expensive. Presidential is too expensive for us.
Okay.
We have one legislation out. So if we have a parliamentary, we don't need all this kind of too much money to fund government. So I think it's important when we copy a system of government like America, it's not paying us. So we should change the one that will shoot us, that will be easy for us to maintain. That's number one. I just need to talk of the Zambia, the cost of food in Nigeria is approved of now. Common people cannot eat now. So the government should be sensitive. The president is not looking at television. It's not really good. Okay. Look at the cost of price at this time. Look at buying of bread. So let's do something. All these things can be subsidized now for common people. So that's what I'm not to suggest this morning. Good morning, Sandra.
Thank you, Uncle Tony. We appreciate. Hello, good morning.
Uncle Sandra, good morning, and good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, you have Chief Pagwadi. I'm calling from Sango.
Okay.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to start with there are people calling different prices that are not tenable. For instance, bag of rice. People are quoting 40 in Lagos. Please, as of today or last night, a bag of rice in Sango is open market is 32,000. If they are bringing it into the 500 naira and plus, that is 32,500. So people do not mislead the public. The bag of rice in Lagos will not sell up to 40,000. That is the correction I want you to make.
Okay.
And secondly, the issue of this monthly revenue mobilization and fiscal commission is an institution that goes by law from the military era and imposed into this government constitution. And that is why legal ethnic nationalities, particularly the evaluation, they are saying they are tired of this system they want to use. But our politicians, they are there the rest, they don't want anything. So this is that people are considering this and that. It is the problem from our politicians. Every one of us has a representative of senator, and that is their duty. They are top of that. We have the NGO, a lot of NGOs in Abuja. Their duty, for instance, in UK, we call them the defense sector work as an NGO man in UK. Because the defense sector will challenge all government institutions, which the people in government will not do. So it is the duty of the NGOs like Sarah to make counter proposal to that commission. Anytime they are preparing, they should be at their neck every time and challenging them. And if they have a job of what they are preparing, the NGO will not submit their own counter proposal. The counter job, that is the way it is done. But the NGOs, our village advocates like Panda now, they are not doing anything. So this is why we do direct our attention and stop abusing people who are retiring. They don't have any input to it. President doesn't have, government doesn't, they don't have. So we should direct our complaint to our people.
Thank you.
Why we're going to be challenging this institution. Good morning.
Good morning. It's all right. Thank you very much. All right. We'll do that later.
Sure, good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Damilola.
Good morning, Damilola.
Yeah. As regards, I think George saw into Nigeria when he wrote Animal Farm. Somebody would work for 35 years and then struggle to get pensions and gratuity. And somebody will work for 4 years, maybe 8 years, and then million. And then as they are leaving, to go. So when they are doing your send forth, they are getting your gratuity, pension, cigarettes package, inconvenience allowance, and everything. Isn't the Animal Farm? Meaning all animals are equal, but some are more equal than the other. See, we can't continue like this as a country, and that's the truth. We can't continue like this. That man that got that pension, I felt bad. I felt the pain. The man said it's not even fiscal history. Absolutely. These are people that actually gave their all to serving the country, and then look at where he is. And also the person that said rice is being sold for something 36,000. He's right. But Sandra, I can assure you, when you don't buy that rice from Songo, chances are high that. You know why?
Chances are high that.
Okay, your office is in Anthony. Chances are high that rice will not be Anthony with you. You know why? Customs will arrest you because most of the rice are coming to something and smuggling. That's the truth. So we're talking, I think, in supporting the part, whatever, we should also be objective. Open market, go to the market. You have your deal on your back program. Maybe I listen to it on Saturday. I'm in there, yeah. Maybe you can even incorporate into market. Cannot whatever the name.
Oh, we do that already on Wednesdays. Okay.
You know, maybe on Saturday you work in the market.
Okay.
Try to do that already. You get my point. So you will feel the pulse of the people. Thank God. You also go to market now. People mean I'm a man. God, once in a while. One day my wife told me you're better than God. My Lord, I'm you. It's the truth. Because when you shout out, yeah, you stand. God will heal our land. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Danola. All right. 09136000410. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Fadaba, the gentleman.
Okay. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the University of Alabama.
Okay.
You see, the gentleman talk like the gentleman don't talk. All of us are hungry. Back of flight, everything, on palm oil, the guy, get to the no-free anything. Our politicians, the government, the APC, will choose their own select. They choose their own food. And we do this for how they speak English. If we talk now, the people will not do the talk. That is why we say this 2023. If you do this mistake again, let I tell the first part more. This is what all people in 1967 they say. Are we sure that this one Nigeria will survive? This is what they see. For time for Nigeria go realize what people see in 1967 when they die in their number and came back war. I don't. Thank God Nigeria don't see enough. That's why we want to make amends. I think this conversation is going the wrong way. I don't know why people think coming. Let's not divert away. Let's focus away.
09136000410 09136000410. That's the number to call. The focal points we have two. We are looking at the upward salary review that's being proposed for political or public service holders and members of the House and President and Governor and all. And we're also looking at the canvas, the clamor for or the statement that the former president made, Goodluck Jonathan, saying that there should be more constitutional roles for vice presidents and deputy governors, and also there should be separate primaries for them. All right, so let's hear your thoughts and contributions. We'll take some messages and I'll be back to take in phone calls. Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. Are you telling me that the salaries and the money the politicians have access to is not enough for them? They want to turn them to is it all right for vice president and deputy governors to have separate primaries and be given more roles if it makes them more accountable to Nigerians and hope they won't be at the mercy of their principal? This doesn't equate them in any way to their principal. And that's Cheye from Agbado. All right, we also have this is Kevin the Jiggy man from Ikeja, that man that said rice is 32,000 naira in Lagos because he bought it in Ogun State. Because I bought a cup of cap rice. The rice he bought last week for 44,000 naira in Agege. And
today is Nigeria how you dey out market.
I'm sure we'll be able to dig deeper into that. And he said,
I don't go to the market myself, so don't mean.
And we've not got the rice. We are still eating the rice that we bought from 2 months ago. So we don't know the current amount.
So when we go out market, I'll tell them to dig up the price of rice in different markets. Let's see.
Thank you. All right, and we also have good morning, Namopala Sandra. The increment of salaries for president, vice president, judiciary, senate speakers will be a huge derail on our democratic program and a call for the hungry masses to revolution that may lead to anarchy. The proposal of former President Jonathan may lead to many civilian crew and fighting for selfish ambitions. So let's let the sleeping dog lie. Evangelist Ben Nobi with his own thoughts there. Okay. Good morning, Sandra Fuhad. Wiki has lost most people's attention. The ranting is too much and it's overdue. Yes, for Jonathan, there should be a constitutional provision. Let both the president and vice or governor and deputy contest at this time. Let it be a law for a running mate to contest together, not separately. It's okay. I don't believe.
They are not even contesting. The courts have failed us with all manner of cases.
I don't believe SEC probes. They are always selective in their probes. For the ex-governor and ex-president's pension scheme is fraudulent and it must be discouraged. And that's Daniel from Eda sharing his own contribution. Hello.
Yes, Sandra, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much. First of all, let me talk about the upward review of a political remuneration. Now, you agree with me that the composition of the people that compose themselves in the Senate, majority of them they are well-to-do people, ex-governor, ex-senators. You understand? The same thing with the whatever the political issues. I mean, the level of whether bias or whatever. You see, our leaders will be thinking of Nigerians, not themselves. You understand? You see, look, there's no law these people have made that benefits the common people. They are there to protect, their own, themselves. Let me be conservative with my words. Because the real governor, some of them go to the Senate. Enact law that will not affect them, not the common people. We are not talking of remuneration again. Look at these people. Even with the minimum wage we are talking about, how many states are paid? The pensioners, people are saying, clamoring, they are still worried for pension. We should be fear. We should fear God. We should have the fear of God. Let us love ourselves. On the issue of our former president, on the issue of vice president, which you talk about, I'm sorry. A person like him, I don't expect that kind of statement from him.
All right.
You know the kind of system, the kind of government we are running. The constitution spell it out. If you want to give advice, is that you like it or you look at the condition? Is that you take it or you leave it?
Thank you.
It's a spare fire job. Spare fire. It's a delegated job. So that is this. They should not come and suggest anything. When he was there, what did he do?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's okay. Thank you. It's all right. Thank you very much. Hello. Good morning.
Thank you, Lady Sandra, for taking my call.
Good morning, Prince.
Working Camila Saro now. So this is why when we have to. What to you all? Good morning. God bless you and bless your management. Amen. The suggestion of former president, for me, I'm more than +1% support of what he said. This man has been the first president before. He is competent. He knows very well what is really going on there. Something that we don't know very well. So for me, I support you. Once we have a deputy, the moment we have between the deputy and the governor, all the first president and the parent, they will shut down him. It means the salary is being paid without working for Nigeria. If somebody wants to become the first president, they can make intention known through the procedure. And a separate office for vice president. Once you have a president that you don't have a role to play unless you have assigned duties for him. No. As I agree with this, did not support this president. I support that nation. Number one, that's number one. Number two, we don't need this type of democracy in Nigeria. Borrow from America, too expensive, and still with corruption. We need parliamentary system of government, regional government, returning government. Now, what? Who will do the tax? National Assembly, that will do the government. The answer to me